Man, what is up, Cowboys Nation? Hopefully, you guys are having a good week. Obviously, it was a great weekend. My Canes and the Cowboys won, so that was great. But before we get rolling, man, make sure you guys hit that like, subscribe, share, all that kind of good stuff, man. We're having a good time. Wednesday, Kelly K9 and I will be back in the house. We'll be breaking down the Panthers game, so not going to get into that. But what I wanted to share, I had a great time with Ed Too Tall Jones and Eugene Lockhart, and they talked about this defense and what would it take to get this defense going. Now, you saw some shades of it against the Jets. You saw the defensive line getting pressure, 5 sacks, as many as they had in the first 4 games. Still giving up some big plays, right, in the run game, so still a little bit of work to do. But then you saw James, coming in after Sanborn got hurt with a concussion. Saw him out, and James ended up having a great game as far as tackles. Still, obviously, was some work to do. He's a rookie, made a few mental mistakes, but was around the football and was very active. And Leafau as well with a forced fumble. So you're seeing signs, and I know help is on the way. I hear a lot of people saying help is on the way with obviously Overshown coming back. And you got Butler coming back. You got Revel coming back. You got Carson coming back. So you're getting some help on the way. But hopefully the Cowboys are looking around at some of these teams and seeing if there's an opportunity to get somebody that can help them now, a veteran maybe on his last contract. So I want to play you the clip from Ed Too Tall Jones. That was an absolute bucket list. And I meant what I said. He should be in the Ring of Honor. He was one of the longest tenured Cowboys. Most games played until Jason Witten broke it. Over 100 sacks, over 100 pass deflections as a defensive end. I mean, and if you grew up in the era of Too Tall Jones, he was bigger than life, man. He was talking Arnold off the ledge in different strokes. He was in commercials. He was in movie appearances. I mean, he just was a larger than life character on top of being a phenomenal football player and a Super Bowl champion. So anyway, check that out. And then the last thing I want to get your guys' opinion on, man, I'm hearing all this stuff about Houston and Parsons. He's got 1 more sack and 1 less game, so he's better than Parsons. And I retweeted it. It got got into some conversation. Be clear. I think the Cowboys made the smart business decision moving on for Parsons. You cannot pay a defensive end quarterback money. Make no mistake about it. The money was tied to the quarterback. That's where it should have been. But let's not start besmirching and saying that Micah Parsons isn't probably one of the best defensive ends and pass rushers, linebacker, whatever they want to call his position in the game. I think the Cowboys can make up that production by quantity of players. There's not going to be one player that's going to have the impact that Micah Parsons had, but I think collectively, I think the Cowboys, if they scheme right, will get it. And it was shown when we played Parsons, right? You can scheme away from a defensive end. You can kind of make them less impactful. He obviously had an impact on the game, but he wasn't as impactful as he could have been. So that's why, again, it probably, validates what Jerry Jones and the Cowboys did by trading away that piece with that dollar amount being so high. So give me your thoughts on that. But I'm going to play this. Eugene Lockhart always brings the energy. Ed Too Tall Jones. They were at the watch party that we do the pregame show for in Lavon, Texas at Boyd Farm. If you guys are out there, they're going to be out this week. You definitely want to check it out and give me your thoughts on it. But enjoy the video, and I'll see you live Wednesday night. See you. Yeah, who do we got? There he is. There's a hit machine. What's up, Eugene?
What's up, baby?
Hey, what's up, baby? How you Cowboys fans in the house? We in the cave, baby.
The cave, baby.
What's going on, man? It was so good seeing you guys last week. I tell you what, it ain't nothing like seeing some real Cowboy fans, some real, no appetizer fan,
right?
Cowboy fans up in the house. And when they came from North Carolina, they came from Florida, they came from all over the world.
Germany, UK, all around the world.
Man, my sister got a kick out of meeting you, Eugene. I had told her so much about you, and she finally got a chance to meet you. She enjoyed it, man. She loved it.
Man, I enjoyed you guys, man. It was just an honor to be on Cowboys Cave Live and to see what a real tailgate looks like. if you're not at Mike Tag's Cowboys Cave, you're really missing the Cowboy experience because it is off the chain. We had Rowdy there. You had the hit machine there. What else can you ask for? The food by Cuts by Jones.
Yeah, ain't it?
Awesome. I'm talking about the hype party. I tell you what, they need to get the Cowboy Cave on the inside of the dressing room.
Yeah,
on the inside of the dressing room before the game starts. And then down on the stand, what winning really looks like.
Yes.
And beyond the stars.
Eugene
Lockhart now approved this message.
Hey, Eugene, they NBC Sunday Night Football had our hype video on the pregame. You were in there.
Really?
Yeah, it was on the pregame.
That's it, man. Hey, that's it. I tell you what, we're doing it nationally. But you know what you see with us is what you really get. Right. We're not faking. What you see is what you get. You talk about some real Cowboy fans with some real love for the Cowboys and with some real hope and desire and faith, believing in our hearts and minds and our spirits that we're going to win. One way or the other, we're going to win. If they don't win on the field, we're going to win in the cave.
Absolutely.
Are we going to win in the cave? Are we going to win in the cave?
We're going to win in the cave. We're going to get this thing right.
Winning.
Hey, let me ask you something, Eugene, because you're a defensive legend, all-pro linebacker. The defense. I mean, this is our Achilles heel, man. Can they get this right? Can they get this defense back on track? Because it's a lot of pressure on the offense, man. What are you seeing?
The only way that I see it, okay, is first of all, you got to be simple. You got to simplify the defense, okay? You got young guys. You got about the third defensive coordinator in the last 2 or 3 years. Okay. You lost your best defensive player.
Yep.
You got injuries everywhere. You still inherit the same identity that you had last year. You can't stop the run. Okay. The only way that you can do it is simplify the defense so the defensive players don't have to think, that it becomes second nature to them. And then, because they always say, he who hesitates is lost. If you're in a thinking process, it's going to slow you down from reacting. If you're going to play cover two, let's play cover two, okay? Across the board. That at least everybody is on the same page. So the only thing it does is if somebody moves across the line of scrimmage, you don't have a chance to change the coverage or change the front. But that's got to come with experience. You got to have experienced guys. You got to have guys that's been in training camp. They've been doing this for a while. Now it's second nature to them. Now not only do you confuse the offense, you're able to explode in situations where you been aggressive. You got to be aggressive to play a good defense. And the main thing is this. If you're lacking defense, you got to make it a point that everybody meet me at the ball. All 11 people, meet me at the ball. I don't want to see nobody wagging behind. Meet me at the ball. When somebody make a big play, you got to have everybody up there, letting them know that this is what it's going to be like every day. Send a signal to the offense and let them know, if you get in our way, we're going to run through you, we're going to run by you, but we're going to win.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
talking about.
What do you think about, do you think at this point, Eberflus needs to go ahead and go out on the limb and blitz more now, because he really doesn't have anything to lose?
So what you're doing, you're forcing me to man-to-man. Do you have corners out there that can play man-to-man? But if your blitz is going to work, you don't need corners to be man-to-man. You just want to be able to get to the quarterback, so you don't have to worry about deep balls going up over your head, okay? So if you're going to design a blitz, you better be damn sure that it's going to work, because now you don't have safety help over the top. You losing something. But anyway, whatever they have to do to get to the quarterback, okay? And the main thing is simplify the defensive fronts so we can be coordinated. A defense has to be coordinated. I got to know if you got your gap, you got your gap. Take care of your responsibility, and then we'll see how effective the defense really is that you call. Okay.
Yeah.
The thing with Eberflus is, I don't know what he's thinking about, but he needs to look at the last few games and understand his defense ain't what the damn, ain't what the damn, ain't what the damn.
I love it, man. So you're having a great time at the watch party at Boyd Farm in Levant, Texas. You're hanging with Cowboys Nation there, man. What's the temperature like with the fans? I mean, are they hyped
Well,
up?
I tell you what. You know, when they come out to Boyd Farm, they forget really about the Dallas Cowboys on the field today. What they're coming out and they're receiving is a Cowboys experience. An experience like, hey, like we're America's team. So inside Boyd Farm, you got Super Bowl winning trophy, you got trophy, you got Ed Too Tall Jones, you got 3-time Super Bowl champion Kevin Smith. So we got Cowboys experience out here at Boyd Farm. So that's what you can expect when you come up out here. When you get up in the morning, you gotta rise and grind. And late in the midnight hour, you gotta rise and grind and get your ass on out here to Boyd Farm. So this is what's happening. My name is Eugene Lockhart. I gotta go, y'all, but I approve this message.
I love it, Eugene, man. Love you, brother. Have a great time there with the fans.
All right, man.
We appreciate it.
Good to see you again, Eugene.
All right, man. We'll see you guys. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir, man. That's one thing I love. But Gene brings the passion. Yes, sir.
Hold on. I gotta fix the screen.
Yeah, you gotta turn it up a little bit.
Yeah,
Mr. Jones, it's an honor to have you in the cave. I got to get this off my chest real quick because I have been a huge Cowboys fan, and I've been preaching this for 20 years. How you're not in the Hall of Fame is a disgrace, and how you're not in the Ring of Honor of the Cowboys is even a bigger disgrace. But we love you. The Cowboy fans love you. You are a legend, and the NFL story can't be told without Ed Too Tall Jones being mentioned. So we love you, man. Appreciate you jumping in the cave.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you having me, man.
Yeah.
You know, based on what you just said, from day one, 1974, my rookie year, all I wanted to do is just be the best that I could be. And I gave 110% every game. And the thing that I'm most proud of is the fact that I was able to play 15 years for Dallas and never miss a game. And if any of you that played the game and the coaches out there, you know how important it is having your key players on the field. I was always a team player. And like I said, when it comes to off the field honors, that was never one of my things. My thing was always, what can I do to help this team win? And as far as off the field honors are concerned, that's something that I have no control of, and I will never lose 1 minute sleep over.
No, well said. Well said.
You know, I told Mike on several shows, and Mike knows how passionate I am about this. I tell him, I said, man, when Ed Too Tall Jones is on that line, he blocks the sun from anybody being able to see it coming over his head. And I said, it's a shame he's not in it. And I used to tell him, I said, Mike, we need to go on a crusade to get Ed Too Tall Jones in the Ring of Honor and a Hall of Fame, because it's a travesty. It's an honor for me to finally meet you. And forever and a day, I will continue to push that pledge, because that's what you deserve. And your Canton jacket should be fitted right now.
Yeah.
You know, I appreciate you saying that, man. I really do. And you're not the only one I've ever heard say that. But the thing that I'm most proud of is when I run into some of my peers who played against me, and they speak very highly like you doing. And that's who I want to respect from. Those guys who had to face me on Sundays know that I gave it my best every time. And my numbers are there. I think I'm the only player in the history to have over 100 sacks and over 100 passes defense. That's something unheard of. But I could also play the run. But maybe it'll happen one day. I think of guys like Bob Hayes, who should have gone in long before he did. Rayfield Wright, who I got to play with both Bob Hayes and Rayfield Wright. Rayfield Wright, I felt that waited too long before he went in. So did Drew Pearson. So maybe it'll happen one day. But if it doesn't, I appreciate people like yourself, man, who appreciated what I was able to give to the game. And I can't thank you enough. And that's one of the reasons why I'm out here today. I want my fans to have a chance to meet me and take a photo, get an autograph, whatever they want, because they meant the world to me. Everywhere we played, we always had fans. We were never on the road. So I appreciate that.
No, it's awesome. And looking at these Cowboys real quick, the defense. I talked to Eugene. You know, you're obviously a defensive legend. Could they get this thing figured out? Because it's just the defense seems to be the Achilles heel. The offense is playing championship level, but what do you see wrong with this defense, and can they get it figured out?
Well, first of all, the defense has been a problem for the past few years, and
Yeah.
I'm a believer that you can't win without good defense. Defense win games. You take
Yes.
New England. Brady get a lot of credit for all those Super Bowls, but that defense was ranked in the top 5 every year, giving them short fields. You have to give your offense short fields. We don't. Dak doesn't get short fields. He has to make 80, 70-yard drives every time he touches the field. And you got it. You take last Sunday. You take a lead with 2 minutes left. Man, you got to shut people down. Those are things that, as a defensive player, you dream of those moments, and that's where you got to turn into an animal. And that's one of the things I don't see out there. I don't see enough guys. I don't see enough dogs, at crucial times.
Yeah.
And now I'm not there every day. I don't know what's going on with the system they're using, how they're being coached. But I know until you're able to stop the run, teams can do anything on you. You're on your heels. Defensive players need to be on their toes. And you're on your toes when you're forcing teams to do what you want them to do. So they're going to have to improve the defense. If they don't, then we'll just continue to dream and hope and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Now we appreciate it.
Because I'm looking at it there. It seems so obvious that what they're lacking right up front on the defense is a significant pass rusher to put enough pressure on the quarterback to make them have to throw underneath so that the corners aren't running all day while this quarterback got so much time to just throw the ball over their head and then get successful. I don't know how Dallas fixed that or if they can go out and get somebody, but I just feel like they really need to get a significant pass rusher to put enough pressure on their opponent's quarterbacks to force them to get the ball out of their hand quicker.
Well, they have draft picks that they felt would do that.
Yeah.
But it's not happening now. Maybe in time it will. But if not, you're going to have to, like you said, go out and get someone that can do that. All you need is one that's consistent. Or you're going to have to put together better blitz packages. But you can't let a quarterback set back there like they've been doing in these past few weeks. But with the talent they have now, they could put together some type blitz packages where they can put pressure on their quarterback. But again, though, you're gonna have to stop that run. Teams, everybody we play is running on us.
Yeah.
And until you stop that run, forcing teams into strip passing situation, even those guys up front with talent to go get that quarterback, like I said, they're on their heels because they don't know what they're gonna get hit with.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Well, I just want to say, Tuta, I know you're getting ready to meet the fans. You're doing all that stuff there at Boyd Farm. It's awesome. I'm looking in my cave. You're well represented. I got a Dallas Weekly when I was a little kid you signed for me. And I got a Sports Illustrated with you and William Refrigerator Perry when you guys were in London. I got that from you years ago. I definitely thank you for everything you've done for Cowboy fans, the memories that you've given us. Yes, and I know you're a humble guy, but I do hope that NFL rights are wrong and gets you where you need to be. But thank you so much for coming in the cave, man. We really do appreciate it.
And I will promise, thank you. And I will promise you that I will continue to be on my crusade. As everybody knows, when they hear me, I will be on my crusade, continuing to push you so you can get in that Hall of Fame where you deserve and the Ring of Honor. So if you ever see somebody out there yelling and screaming about Ed Too Tall Jones, you know who that is.
Much appreciated. Thank you, brother.
All right, take care. Take care, sir. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Awesome.
That was such an honor to have a legend. You're talking legends in the house. So it was great to see. And that's what you're getting when you guys go out there. That's what I'm trying to say is you go to Boyd Farm and you go to these, the watch party. You're talking to legends. I mean, Eugene Lockhart, Ed Too Tall Jones, Drew Pearson was out there last week. Kevin Smith is out there every week. You're talking 3-time Super Bowl champion. Yeah, I mean, there's champions all over that place. If you're in Levant, Texas, if you're near there, whatever it is, you need to go out there and be part of it. It was one of the best experiences that I had as a fan to just be there. And I was honored to be able to do the podcast there and sit right next to Charles Haley and sit right next to, Drew Pearson and sit right next to Kevin Smith and be able to talk to him and Ed Too Tall Jones. I'm telling you, as a kid, Ed Too Tall Jones. I'm, you know, the 80s. I was the 80s guy, right? He was bigger than life for me.
Yes, he was.
You know, he was just a bigger than life player, and it was such an honor. And you know, that was a bucket list moment for sure to have Ed Too Tall Jones in the cave. You're smiling from ear to ear, so I know you feel it.
Because, you know, growing up, man, playing in the backyard, where we used to get little crayon and stuff and paint on our pants like we the Dallas Cowboys and paint our helmets. And you sit back there, you play this man on offense, and on defense, it was Ed Too Tall Jones. You know, it's just, it was a household name no matter where you went, no matter what team you like. When you mentioned Ed Too Tall Jones, everybody knew who it was because of his impact on the field. And, man, I'm telling you, this is a dream come true for me to meet him. And I will continue to, like I always do, announce that it is a travesty that he's not in the Hall of Fame. And sooner or later, he should be getting in there because he needs to be there. That is the face of the Dallas Cowboys.
No, absolutely. And just so humble as a person. So humble as a person. And I remember, I'm trying to remember the Raiders lineman, great lineman for the Raiders. And I sat and talked to him he was at a card show. And we just were talking. And I said, who was the toughest guy you had to go against? And it was Ed Too Tall Jones. And I said, yeah, isn't that crazy? He's not in the Hall of Fame. He was shocked. He goes, what? There's no way. I'm like, yeah, I know it. But hey, it's about that time. The hype, the game is here. Kickoff is just 15, 20 minutes away. So we're going to get rolling out of here. 400 plus of you guys hanging out in the cave early morning. We've been going 3.5 hours. Greg, I don't know if you expected it. I apologize, but this was such a good show.
You don't have to apologize to me. I can go all day.
We knew the legends were going to be here, so we appreciate everything. Cowboys Nation, we're going to get this W. We're going to get this thing right. We're injured. We're depleted. Our back's against the wall with all these injuries, but we're going to make it happen. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone out at Boyd Farm who hung out with us. Again, you guys go out and check them out. Levon, Texas, man, you're missing out if you ain't there. Greg, appreciate as always being my Sunday morning partner. We will see you guys. Take care. Enjoy the game. Let's go, Cowboys.
Give me somebody that's hungry. Give me somebody that's hungry. I need somebody.
Awesome.
All right.